Hello, Pastor Steve here, continuing our series called Reasons to Rest Upon the Rock. And today we're going to talk about a super important reason that we as believers can rest upon the rock of the Lord Jesus Christ. And this comes from a very familiar passage in John chapter 3, right? One that we've seen, probably memorized even perhaps throughout our lives. But even if you haven't, it's super important. And I want you to hear two verses. One is John 3:16, right? We're very familiar with, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. Verse 17, which follows, which is one of my favorite verses, and I know I say that a lot, I have a lot of favorite verses, but truly it is. It says, for God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but that through him, that is through his son, Jesus Christ, the world might be saved. Today's reason that we can rest upon the rock is because we are loved. You, my friends, are loved. And that changes everything because we're loved by God. Notice that this super important, well-known passage starts with the Lord. For God. God is the initiator. He so loved the world. He is the initiator. He got this whole ball rolling, right? For God so loved the world that he did something, right? God knew from the beginning of time that the greatest need for mankind would be the need of forgiveness. And so God did something about it. Really a plan we see back in, starting back in the book of Genesis, and maybe we'll talk about that some other time. But this plan to save mankind starting so long ago, we see outlined beautifully here that God so loved the world that he did something. He gave his one and only son. And that gift of his son there is unique because the Bible teaches that Jesus Christ, in fact, is God himself. So God himself came down. It's not like he sent his son on this mission so he didn't get hurt, right? The Bible teaches that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So God himself loved us so much that he came down and he paid the price for our sin because he loves us, right? That whoever believes in him, and this word, it's the simplest thing. It's the greatest gift at no cost, right? All you have to do is believe. And this isn't just, intellectually assenting to the fact that Jesus Christ lived. That's a historical fact, right? We know that. That he died, that he rose from the dead. Those are historical facts, well documented. We know that. But he is God who gave himself that the entire world might be saved, right? We have to apply it to ourselves, of course. We have to believe, that is, place our trust in. It's not just, again, that, assenting to facts, but we place our trust in his finished work for us on the cross. We become followers, as he called all of his disciples, follow me. We become followers of the Lord Jesus Christ, and we freely receive this gift of salvation. One of the greatest hindrances, I think, to whether an unbeliever, right, hearing about the Lord and considering this offer of salvation and this surrender of our life to the God who loves us, one of the greatest hindrances, I think, can be thinking that God is out to get us. But the Bible teaches just the opposite, right? In John 3:17 says that God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but that through him the world might be saved. Just the opposite of what so many think. God is out to get me. God is trying to stop all of my fun. God is trying to quench my life. He's trying to snuff out my life. He's going to judge me, right? He wants to judge me. He wants to be harsh with me. No, God loved you so much that he came to earth and he paid the price that you could never pay so that you could live the life of forgiveness in freedom that you could never have apart from him. And he didn't come to condemn you or to beat you up or to make you feel beat up or discouraged, but he came that you may have life, as Jesus says, and life more abundantly. He came to save the world. And let me suggest, my friends, that is one of the greatest reasons that we can rest upon the rock of the Lord Jesus Christ, regardless of the challenging times that we face, regardless of maybe the difficult decisions that you have to make, regardless of the difficult relationships or whatever it is, financial situations these days, right? Whatever it is, you can rest upon the rock of the Lord Jesus Christ, and you can know that you are loved, and that changes everything. God bless you.